What is good, everybody? Welcome back and welcome to the first time here. Hey, yeah, you like that beat? I like that too. I didn't even know we had that one, if I'm being honest with you, Dolph. But this is our first official show here on RFS Saints, a new channel that I decided I wanted to go ahead and create. That way I can talk all about Saints football and bring y'all all kind of exclusive content, just talking about the New Orleans Saints. And of course, I had to do it for the first time with my brother Dolph in the building from the Keeping It Real Who Dat Sports podcast, from the Come On In Sports Network. Dolph, how we feeling, baby? How we doing today?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Day 7, baby. The pads were back on, baby. Zach was live, baby. So we about to break down with Zach. So, man. And of course, we gonna check out what some of the, the beat reporters think about today's practice, man.
Absolutely, man. Look, this was the practice that I think everybody has been begging and pleading for today, this Wednesday morning. It was finally an offensive win. Throughout all of camp so far, defense has just been dominating, whether it's with the ones, the twos, or the threes. You might have a couple players here and there that have some good moments, but the defense has definitely stood out the most. But today, finally, the Saints stepped up in a big way. The offense has stepped up in a big way. And we got to see some big-time touchdowns, some long bombs. We got to see some big runs. It was everything you could imagine. It was such a great experience going through it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and we'll go through some of the notes that I took while I was over at camp. But before we do that, let's go ahead and welcome in everybody. I see Cheesehead in the building. What's good, Cheesehead? How we doing? My guy Cameron in the house. What up, Cam? Kai. What's good, man? From the NOLA Chop podcast. What up, Kai?
What up, Kai?
Pammy Whammy in the building. What's up, Pammy? How we doing? How we doing?
On, Pammy?
My guy, Uncle Jerry in the building. I was so upset. I understood why you couldn't make it out today, but man, I was so upset that you couldn't be there, man. It would have been great. I was like, I was really gonna be super hyped if the first post on the new Saints channel is just me and Jerry, the OG of the OGs. That'd have been great. But
that'd have been great right there.
But so some of the things that you've seen through Twitter and reading through the articles, Dolph, how you felt about camp? Like, what's some things that you read that's really stood out to you?
Man, right now, man, Rashid Shaheed, people believe from the kind of camp he's having that he's ready to take that next step, man. Also, Kool-Aid McKinstry has been having a great camp. Coach Mo kind of was raving about the camp that Kool-Aid has been having, man. Kool-Aid actually, man, lost a couple pounds this all season, man. Went back down. I think he's playing at about 195 now, he said. And then he was asked what kind of workout did he do over the summer. He just went back to his high school and balled all summer, played basketball. So and he just feels better. He's got a new number. So Kool-Aid, man, he's feeling good. He's been good. And of course, listen, Kelvin Banks Jr., man. I believe we got what was advertised. Of course, is early. We haven't seen them go up against other competition, but when that happens, Zach, he's going to win some, he's going to lose some. And kind of like what Coach Moore has been saying, you kind of want to see these guys when they face adversity, how they react to it.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. I mean, look, all those things are spot on. Like, especially when you talk about Rashid Shaheed. Y'all know I've came out and talked about just my concerns with Shaheed, how I felt like he was more of a one-trick pony, and that I don't know how his game can improve. And you know what? I love nothing more than to be proved wrong. And that's exactly what Rashid Shaheed has done all throughout camp so far. It was funny enough. I was talking with TJ Jones from the State of the Saints podcast just the other day, and he was made a tweet about how he thinks Rashid Shaheed could possibly be the number one and the wide receiver that the Saints should build through. What we've seen from Shaheed through this camp is not just the deep balls. It's not just the go routes. It's not just the wheel routes. It's him being physical, him working through contact and making big catches like we see him making right here.
Yeah, that's against I got him. Good coverage too.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal coverage. So just to go through all the notes that I took while we was at camp today, so I was able to make it to my second practice. I will be back out there on Tuesday. Unfortunately, I can't do the weekends because they were already sold out. But Saints started off practice today working on a lot of punting. Apparently, punting has been a struggle for them. I didn't get to catch out any of that on Monday as it was on the other field. But they started off with a solid 15 minutes of just punting, just work of James Burnup. They had all the guys out in the pads. They had your gunners. They had guys returning it, which for the most part was Rashid Shaheed was back there. I think Velas was back there a couple times as well. But James Burnap did exactly what we wanted from him, why we picked him up. Punting has been a problem for the Saints ever since we lost Morstead. We've always given up too many extra yards when we should be able to pin him down deep. He had I counted either 5 or 6 straight punts where they were able to pin the receivers down inside the 5-yard line. I mean, if you can do that on a consistent basis, Dawes, you know how tough that makes on a team to have to go 95 yards instead of just 80?
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. I mean, but you look at last year, Hayball, man, he was one of the top punters in the league in balls inside the 20 also. But I kind of think that's kind of like a quiet battle that's going on that no one's really talking about for the punter position. And what about Hayball? How did he look to you?
So I really just saw a bunch of James Burnap. I don't even think Hayball came out and punted much today, if I'm being completely honest. He may have done some drills like in the in-betweens while they were getting water breaks for in between the first, seconds, and thirds. But or maybe they might have been practicing on the backfield, but in the front in the beginning, it was all James Burnap. And it was a good punting outing whenever the fans are actually sitting there like, oh, damn, wow, that's crazy. It's been right there, the same exact spot. Like you could have put a circle at the 5-yard line on that left side, and he was hitting it in that circle 5 or 6 times in a row. It was crazy to see. And it was not just landing there, it was high enough to where your gunners are actually able to get there and even field it at some point. They weren't getting it off the bounce, they were getting underneath it and catching it at the 5-yard line is how high that ball was going up in the air. Wow. So that was really, really fun to see. What's up? Jerry said, no, I wasn't disappointed I didn't go. It's better to be safe than sorry. Oh, no, absolutely, Jerry. Absolutely, man. I said I was disappointed because I was excited to be able to meet you, man. Be able to get some pictures and stuff. I also see 50 Full Co in the building, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Just watch. You might be onto something, man. You might be onto something the way that he's been playing. But as we all have seen throughout today's camp, Hainer ran with the first, Rattler ran with the seconds, and then Shuck with the threes. It was a great outing for both Hainer and Spencer Rattler. Hainer went ahead and went 14 for 20. He had 4 touchdown passes, 1 interception. Rattler went 12 for 14 with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And 1-for-1 ratio doesn't sound great, but the one thing I loved about it, so the interception came during 7-on-7, Duff. They had Mason Tipton running a go route over the top where Rattler a little late on the delivery and left a little too much air underneath it. It came down short, and Quincy Riley, the rookie from Louisville, able to pick it off. But they come back 11v11s. And Rattler said, I want that play again. And that time he did not disappoint, put it on the money in stride to Mason Tipton in the end zone.
Yeah, and this is the intercept you're talking about from Quincy that he made. Listen, Quincy, I believe Quincy's going to push, man. He's a ball hawk, man. Zach, like we were talking about before we came on, man, I'm really optimistic about this secondary. It's new blood back there, and I believe, if we can stay healthy, man, that's the thing. If we can stay healthy, I believe we have young ball hawks back there. I love our safeties. When we lost Tyron, I was a little nervous, but hey, we picked up Blackman, and we drafted Sanker, and Jordan Howden has been getting some first team reps also. The battle is for opposite Kool-Aid. Quincy, I got him, and Rico Payton. Don't forget about Rico.
Can't
So
forget about Rico.
and forget about Rico, family. So I think the Saints are going to be really good in the secondary, and that can be why they haven't been trying to pursue. They haven't been trying to pursue
That's Lawrence trying to get us
a
heated up
veteran.
already.
Dolphins, what up, Larry? Man, I thought you was going to bed, man. Go to bed, man.
Go to sleep, man. Go dream about the Chiefs beating the Bills in the playoffs next year, okay?
Because that's the only way it's going to happen, the damn dream.
But no, you're absolutely right, man. The more I'm seeing of this secondary, it looked like it at the beginning when we saw on paper that we were going to really have some trouble. Not losing a Debo, losing Marshawn Lattimore, Kool-Aid on his second year, having Rico Payne who showed out when he had his opportunities the last couple of years, and then bringing in the rookie and Quincy Riley. It was just, what is it going to look like? And then with Tyron retiring, they're bringing in Blackman. But I think it's going to surprise a couple people. I mean, depth is still a worrisome thing, but the guys that are starting, they're putting good pressure on this team, and it has proven it because they've won every day except for today. And I will say they did get tested pretty well, but nevertheless. What up, Daniel said, when a preseason game starts, Zach? Tomorrow. Live stream here. Tomorrow. Don't forget it. Yes, sir.
Fame, baby. We're in the building.
But I saw Whammy said, is Jake Haener quarterback number 1? Likely not. No, I mean, so
Family play too much.
Yeah. Look, Kellen Moore, you'd be surprised by how many people are actually like thinking that Haener is the number 1 quarterback and that he's running the show right now. They're doing a complete switch. Kellen Moore said that he was going to put all quarterbacks on rotation, and he has followed that so far throughout. It's been the same rotation every single practice all the way to now. For practice number 7. I think we'll see how long that continues for. One difference in today compared to Monday is that they finally consolidated to one field. Okay. So that was definitely interesting. You could tell that they wanted to get a lot of reps, see what the 1s and 2s are about, allow the coach to be able to focus, all the coaches to be able to focus on one thing instead of splitting and dividing their attention between the opposite fields. A lot of talking, a lot of chattering going on. You also see in some veterans players and even some of these younger guys all communicating. And I think that has a lot to do with what Kellen Moore has done as far as building a culture in this locker room, something that we've been missing for about 5 or 6 years. I figured you were, Pammy.
It's too late. I know she will play.
Pammy always playing. What up, Mike Q said, should have drafted Shadur? I mean, we could have, but we got to move on from that now, man. There ain't nothing we can do about it. We can't go in the past.
Well, hey, we might be able to get him when they cut him.
Yeah, maybe. Now, Duff, I want to ask you this because a lot of people have their concerns about how Kellen Moore has run practices with the rotation of the quarterbacks. Do you like the fact that he's giving all 3 quarterbacks a honest chance to make their case for a starting role or a second string role? No. Or would you prefer him just to say Rattler, Shuck, and just flip between them 2?
If we've been listening to Coach Moore speak, he says the quarterbacks usually play this thing out. It's coming. He's gonna name a starter. The thing is, what I like is, and what he is showing his team, and what we should be seeing as members of Who That Nation is, he's a man of his word. He said he's going to give them each opportunity, and that's what he's doing. And what more can you ask for? He's giving each guy has gotten an opportunity and has an opportunity to win this job, despite what we all think. Now, many of us, I'm gonna just speak for myself. To me, Jake Haener is doing what Jake Haener has done since he's been a member of the New Orleans Saints. Look good in practice.
Yep.
But it has not translated to the playing field when the bullets are live in the heat of fire. It has not translated. But hey, who knows? Maybe this is the system that he blossoms in. If Jake Haener comes out week 1 and is the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, I have no hope for the season. I'm sorry. None at all. I don't hate Jake Haener. I just don't think he the guy. Shout out to J-Dog. Can I say something before we move on?
Oh, you can always say something. Go ahead, dog.
Hey, family, this is our brother's new channel. Let's all right now. There are 20 of us in here. I need each and every single one of you to go and subscribe. There it is, right there. RFS Saints. That's right. Zach's new channel dedicated to Who That Nation, baby. Black and gold, baby. Let's support our brother, man. He does great work. Look, Zach's the man, man. I love my brother. He's working hard, and he's ready to show love to his beloved Black and Gold, baby. A page exclusively dedicated to the New Orleans Saints. Hit the hell out that subscribe button. Hit the hell out that like button, and let's grow his channel, baby. And by the way, continue to grow the Keep Me Real Who That Sports podcast too, if you're not a member.
Absolutely. Look, man, we all grow together, man. That's what it's all about. Yeah, it was. I've been contemplating doing a Saints exclusive channel for like quite a while. I didn't want to do it in the very beginning because there's so many of them. I was joining on a bunch of different podcasts, and you know, a lot of times you get recycled talk and the conversations stay the same. But I'm at the point now where it's like I just want to talk Saints football, man. We got so many good things coming up for this organization. You know, so we're hoping to move into our second dynasty of New Orleans Saints as we've been waiting for the last 5 years since Breeze and Sean has left. So, hopefully we can go ahead and move forward, man. And I'm excited to grow here with everybody, man. But
that's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah, Dan, you're right. Shut up, cheesehead, you bastard. Go worry about Jordan Love and your 6 wide receiver threes. But to get back to the practice for a second, man. AK started off really hot today. He was getting a lot of active in the pass game as well as the run game. He had one really big run down the right side with a lead block from Olave. Olave actually came out in motion from left to right. AK takes the handoff, and he was able to gain like 30, 40 yards on that play. So I hadn't seen many runs with AK and on Monday's practice, so it was good to see him getting some handoffs, getting some on the outside, and be able to use his gifts of finding his escape path, using his lead blockers to be able to make these big games. He also had a couple of really good runs up the middle, and that's just AK doing AK things, man. That's all it is. It's simple as that. You see Olave come around, AK takes the handoff, Olave clears it out, and he goes all the way through, which we'd like to assume would probably be a big touchdown there. So that was really fun to see. Outside of that, we all saw Olave finally having a good practice. Olave has been struggling a little bit. Alontae Taylor's really gotten the best out of him through practices so far, but he started off today with a couple of big completions. In the first 2 series, he already had 3 completions. And one was against Alontae Taylor, where he was able to get a big snag, one out route, and then one across the middle. How do you feel about Olave and what he needs to do this season to just elevate his game a little bit?
Man, first of all, with Olave, it's about health, man. Those concussions, man. That's it. When the kid's healthy, he plays. He's a 1,000-yard receiver. He's smooth. He can run every route in the route tree. It's just the health with him. That's it, man. And the one area I think that we will see a increase with him because of the way Kellen Moore's offense is structured, and you've heard the guys speak about it as camp has gotten on the way, is yak yards after catch. Them being able to create space for him to catch the ball and on the move and to get yak yards after the catch. I think that's the next area that he needs to improve in. But the most important thing with Chris Olave, man, is just health, man.
It's just health. And I know it was just the one practice on Monday that I've seen. Even some emotional things, man, staying a little bit more locked in, because you could tell once he got frustrated after a couple badly placed balls on Monday that he started overreacting a little bit and was getting more flustered than staying composed. So I like his composure to step up a little bit, but we already know that Olave can catch the ball if that ball is in his area. If it's in his reach, he's one of the best to do it as contested catches. We see the circus catching it on his shoulder, making big plays, even catching it through contact. And we don't want to see that anymore from him, but that's what he can do. That's what he can give you. And now with the elevation of Rashid Shaheed and able to have Rashid go long one time, have him cut across one time, have Olave do opposite, it brings more worries for the defense team. They can't just focus on one anymore. And that's really exciting to see. And then of course, adding Brandon Cooks, who didn't get many touches today, had a couple of catches, but wasn't a big factor like he was on Monday.
I'm glad you brought that. To me, Brandon Cooks has had a quiet training camp.
Yeah, he's been quieter. I mean, Monday I saw a couple of really good catches from him, and it's for him. It's all about getting him out in space. I mean, he's still as quick and as elusive as ever. It's just he's the wide receiver 3. So your main targets are going to be Olave, Shaheed. You'll sprinkle some into Brandon Cooks, but it's mainly going to be them two, and then your running game. But with the injury to Juwan Johnson now figured out what our depth at tight end looks like, it becomes a bit more interesting. We'll find out more about Juwan Johnson, I believe, tomorrow, but he's getting evaluated for some type of knee injury. So they actually had Stoll taking a majority of first team reps today.
Now, my thing is, did this injury occur when they was bowling? Because I heard Coach Mo say we won't be bowling anymore. Did his injury occur while they were bowling?
Oh, was it really? I didn't know. I was trying to just search through Twitter and stuff to see if I could find anything, and I hadn't seen anything. So if it came from bowling, oh goodness.
Family, everybody in the chat, did I hear wrong when I was listening to Coach Mo speak today? I listened to it twice, and it kind of like he was making he was connecting the two.
Oh no!
I might be on, but right now they don't think it's anything serious. Like he said, if it's something more serious, he'll give us an update tomorrow. I don't think it should be anything serious. Listen, it's preseason, no need to rush him back. Let him get healthy. So from what Coach Mo said, I believe he said it was a groin that he was suffering from. She's in the building. Hello, Sydney. Sydney Cox, how you doing? Come on in, man. That never gets old, man. That's what they're moving, man.
What's up, Sid? Yeah, it'll be interesting to do. And I mean, that makes the market for Noah Fant, or the one of the Saints for Noah Fant. But as Ross Jackson stated earlier today during his show, that doesn't necessarily mean that the Saints become a bigger market for Noah Fant himself. So far he's worked with 3 different teams, Bengals, Dolphins, and Saints. No telling where that sign is going to go. And who knows, maybe the Saints will just say, let's run it. We don't need an elite wide receiver group. We'll deal with that next year. We'll deal with that another time. I mean, I think anything outside of a vet minimum for Noah Fant is silly at this point.
And let me ask you this. I know it was reported yesterday. Did you see Foster and Taysom working off to the side today? Or were they inside the facility? Because I know yesterday it was reported by Ross and Nick that they were seen working off to the side, so which is a good indication that they're on the track to on the right track to coming back. So to me, I wouldn't rush out and sign Noah Fant.
I didn't see them. It could have been on the inside, or it could have been on the opposite end. I mean, we had players all standing because they simulated like it was a real game. So on the sidelines, all the defense stood here. On the offside, all the offense stood there. So, so it is correct with them.
So they were goddamn bowling.
Goddamn bowling.
You got to wear Jawan. You got to wear bowling shoes. Damn it, not clicks when you bowl. Dang it.
Jesus, man. One thing that continued that I think all of us have been looking forward to is the RPO option. We're seeing some more of that. Kellen Moore obviously used that a lot with Jalen Hurts, and that was something that he wanted to bring to this team. So we saw Spentler Rattler during his first series had a little RPO option and took it for 20-plus yards. And when he did, he came right up to the fans, started yelling, screaming, flexing on everybody, saying, I can do that too. I can do that too.
I love that kid, man. I love the moxie of Spencer Rattler, man. I love that kid. Man, how about that touchdown he threw today to Mason Tipton?
Yes, that is the one that I was talking about. So this came 2 series after this same exact play was drawn up, but it was an interception. So they ran it. That was on 7v7s. This was on 11v11. So it's really good to see him come out, run the exact same play, and look at that pocket as well.
Yeah.
All the time in the world, and you can't place a ball better than that. Right at the back of the end zone, in stride to Mason Tipton, who, again, is having another one of those, camp stories. Will we see in the preseason? Will we see in the regular season? I don't know, but he's been a guy that all 3 quarterbacks have targeted throughout practice so far because he's been getting open.
If you're making the 53-man roster today, Mason Tipton's on this team.
Oh, he's absolutely on the team. You can't cut him off it. You can't cut him off it. There's no way.
So Zach, let me ask you this: you saw man, what did you notice from Trevor Penning today? Because all indication is he's having his moments, but he's starting to really come around at that guard. It's early. He's really looking good. All his teammates say, man, they think that's the right place for him. Like, he's going to be an absolute asset at the as the left guard.
Yeah, look, the offensive line looked pretty good today. There's a couple weak points, certain moments that didn't go as well, but as we all saw the drill of him going up against Brian Breesy, Breesy's spin move, he was able to control it. He doesn't have to worry about the outside. He has just only so much room that someone could go, and Penning's able to use his physicality. And he talked about that in a post practice interview, saying how it feels good to be able to just get in there and do what I do best, which is just be physical and mean. What up, Jeff? Said who's winning the quarterback battle right now? It is undoubtedly right now Spencer Rattler. It is undoubtedly Spencer Rattler. Shuck is still showing his thing. He's still looking like a rookie, is what it boils down to. He had a better practice today. It was hard to really evaluate him with working with the threes, because I'll tell you what, the threes are definitely a bit rough, as they normally are. They even had some series where he couldn't even get the ball because of poor snaps. But Rattler looked really good. I think he only had 2 incompletions today, and he had that 1 bad interception. But outside of that, it looked really good.
Cool.
And then probably the biggest play of the evening, or the most surprising play of the practice this morning, was during the 2-minute drills. Velus went ahead. Yeah, Velus Jones Jr. had a crazy run of at least 30 yards for a touchdown. They were running 2-minute drill offense. They decided the offense had called up a draw play on a 3rd down, and he took it all the way to the house. Look at this, man. Look at back it up a little bit and pause it. Look at that gap that is created for Velus there.
You say back it up and pause it?
Yeah, right in the beginning. Okay. Look at the hole that Velus has to run through. And we saw this constantly today with the run game. As he's going forward, you can go ahead and start moving it forward a little bit. Watch the gap that is created here down this left side. It's not just your offensive lineman. It's the full team. Your tight end coming out, picking up his block. Go a little bit more forward. They all pushing that wall down to the left side, just leaving a wide open lane for him to explode through on a big 3rd down play where a 1st down is a must. And he says, you know what, forget a 1st down. I'll go ahead and bring it for 6.
And you look at the block, I see Nick Saldivari with a good block on that. Calvin Banks Jr. kicks out on Isaiah Foskey. Is that Jack Stoll or Michael Jacobs from 86? I believe that's Jacobson.
That's Jacobson. Yep, that's Jacobson. And look at the timing of that release too, to allow Banks to go ahead and pick up 55. You go up to the 2nd level. He's going to go ahead and push out the middle linebacker. I mean, it's just textbook. Look at that. Look at 76. Pancaking the whole entire defensive line right there. But, overall, today's practice was just really good. I mean, I got to talk to Ross Jackson as practice was just beginning, and we were both sitting there like, man, is today going to be the day? Will today be the moment that the offense is going to have their big win? Or it's overcast, There was rain earlier. It wasn't too hot. The sun didn't come out much. It's a second day in pads. They had basically an off day yesterday, just doing walkthroughs and then a team night out. Today has to be the day. If it ain't today, then when will it be? Do we have to start to worry? After today, I don't think there's much worries. You're feeling really good, and you're hoping that this is going to transpire through the rest of camp and as we get ready for week 1 of preseason.
Yeah, one of my camp underdogs, I made a sighting today. My guy, who's going to win a return, especially, he's going to be the main returner for the Saints, baby. But watch Moochie Dixon right here, baby. Moochie, Moochie, baby. Moochie, baby. Moochie, got him, baby. Go ahead, Moochie.
Such a great catch. It's such a good catch, man. I'm telling you, it was so night and day from this morning compared to Monday. Deep passes galore. Like I said, how many? I think it was five touchdowns that we happened throughout today's practice. 4 from Hainer and 1 from Rattler. It was just electric. It simply put as that, man. It was the most exciting day of camp thus far. If you like watching offense, and in saying that, that doesn't mean that the defense didn't perform. As we talked about it, Quincy Riley getting an interception, Kool-Aid McKinstry doing big things today. Look at this pass breakup on Rashid Shaheed. And as me and Dolph were speaking on it just before we started the show, it's not just that he was able to get the pass deflection. It's how he does it. Doesn't touch Rashid Shaheed, doesn't force any pass interference or anything like that. Keeps his hands off him. No, Shaheed has the pace and got past him. So he just sits there, keeps his head forward, waits for the ball to come down, and then reaches out the hand as soon as he sees it to break up Shaheed. And at this point, Shaheed wasn't missing. So to have this big pass breakup here is awesome. And this also a throw by Hainer, which again, I don't think Hainer is going to be the Hainer's going to be the starting quarterback or anything like that. But it is crazy to see because he was putting some of these passes on the freaking money.
That pass right there was in a great location. That's just a hell of a play by Kool-Aid.
It's a hell of a play by Kool-Aid.
That was great ball placement by Hainer there. Look at that. Back shoulder.
I mean,
that's a great play.
Back shoulder. He gets open in stride as well. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. And I think that's why this training camp has been so interesting between the battles of quarterbacks. We all thought it was going to be, Shuck and Rattler, and it's turning more into Rattler and Hainer. And right. I know Jay Live somewhere in there going crazy. He's so damn excited. Yeah. But it is definitely fun, man. So we're hoping that this will continue and lead to some excitement going into the preseason game. Obviously, there's still a couple more training camp practices left. Right. To the public, they got on Saturday and Sunday, which are sold out. So I won't be there. I think Jerry said he's going to be out there on Saturday. So I'm sure Jerry will have some news across all the platforms that he mods for.
I'm gonna try to get out there when they come back from California. I'm gonna try to catch a weekend practice or Friday of practice or something. Because they have how many more practice they have?
I think the last one is Tuesday.
Tuesday coming. So they're not going to do like they've done the last couple of years. Have their practice in the dome.
I'm not sure. They normally have it at Tulane. I haven't seen anything, so I will have to look it up. I know they normally do, but I don't know it's not on their website currently. Right now they show practices for Saturday, Sunday, and then Tuesday as the last one.
The last one open to the public. Okay, I got you. Panic says Trevor sounds more confident. He does. He likes where he is. And man, look, I got to shout out Coach Rock, man. Coach has been saying he's a guard, Dolph. He's a guard. He should be inside at guard. That's what he's been saying. Look who's dropped by, Dante.
My guy. What up, ECG? Everybody go check out ECG's channel, baby. Y'all already know.
Awesome, man. Just awesome work over there, man. Awesome.
But I mean, like I said, as far as A little disorganized of how I want to do this show. We're still trying to get everything set up, all the graphics and everything to make it at least look good. But this camp was just really good, and this was also the first day that they played situational offense. We've been hearing all about through practice how Kellen Moore has been implementing timeouts into it, TV breaks, and all kinds of these different things to try and simulate a real in-game play. And so far it's been working really good. It's been fun to watch. And I think as time progressed through this preseason, we'll see Shuck eventually speed up a little bit. Even today, we see him being a little bit more decisive. I think finally someone fussed at him about him running out of bounds on 7-on-7s. Because he definitely wasn't doing that. He definitely wasn't doing that today. Even whenever he might be a little late to finding his pass, but he's getting that ball out a little bit quicker, and that will only speed up as time moves on, man.
Shout out to Bobby Bell, who today was speaking about Chuck, and Bobby was like, "Hey, when have you ever remember Drew Brees, Tom Brady, any of those greats?" On 7-7, holding on to the ball and scrambling. Like we talked about the other day, Zach, it's 7-on-7. You got to get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the ball.
Yeah. Again, like we talked about on Monday, I really just want to see him let loose a little bit. Feel a little more confident, get his confidence up, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's practice. It's the place to make mistakes if you're going to make them, because you get direct film and it doesn't hurt a record. It doesn't hurt the win-loss. Might hurt your pride a little bit. It might make some heads of Who Dat Nation turn away, as people all have already picked their sides of who they want to start. But at the end of it, you're a rookie quarterback. All right, the game is faster. You're getting into a new offense, and you have a real competition. So you need to go out there and play, man. You have to go out and ball. So it'll be interesting to see where they're going to put him during the next practice. If the rotation stays true, Shuck should move to the ones today. And then Rattler going to the thirds, Handers going to the second. But I wonder if that will be interrupted, since on Tuesday it was just walkthroughs during Rattler's one rep. So that'll be interesting to see what they'll do going into tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. But right now it is Rattler's job to lose him. In my eyes, I think he's playing phenomenal. He's decisive. He's holding tight into the pocket. He's not forcing a scramble out. It seemed like last year every play was almost designed for him to bootleg out and try to make a play on the run from tough angles. Not right now. He's sitting in that pocket. He's making good decisive throws, whether they're deep or across the middle, and also finding his checkdowns. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, man, it is, man. And just thinking, man, how big of a difference is this training camp to the last 3 training camps that we have had to deal with, man? It's almost as if a weight has been lifted up, a dark cloud has been lifted up off this organization. Now, we don't know how the season is going to pan out. Most likely, it's not going to be a successful season in the WL column. Unless your name is Dolphin, you believe they're going 10-7 or 11-6. But why not us? Damn it! Why not us? Damn it! But man, again, man, there are 48. There's been like 53 of us in here, man. Thank everyone who has subscribed to my brother's channel. Please keep it going. And Pammy, I got to correct something. That was Coach. Coach told me, and I had to go with him. That he might be right. He's right. And look, Trevor Penning is loving it. The team is loving it. You even got the guys on the defense side of the ball talking about it. And like you were saying, Zach, he's in that phone booth now. He even said it. You don't have it now. The guy, you got to be quicker and faster because you're inside, but he doesn't have that much space to have to worry about. He can get his hands on.
It makes things a lot less complicated. A lot less complicated.
Who knows? Maybe he turns into a all-pro guard, and wouldn't that be something?
That would be, I mean, that would definitely be something. I mean, like I said, it like you talked about, this may not be a season that looks good in the win-loss column, but I think this is a season to grow on. We went from one of the oldest teams in the league to now we got a lot of young players that are kind of showing themselves under a new coaching staff, right. a new regime, and you know, we've seen that with players time and time again. Their talent can take them so far, but coaching can definitely make them look worse. I mean, we see players get drafted by certain teams and look like poo-poo garbage, and then we see them eventually get traded because they let them go, and then all of a sudden, what happens? Oh, wait, Zach, they can actually ball a little bit.
Zach Bond.
Yeah, Zach Bond. I mean, shoot, I mean, even like Sam Darnold is at kind of one of those situations now too. Like, even though I still don't believe, but two bad situations, Carolina and Jets. Now went to Minnesota, look great. He's going to Seattle. We'll see how things turn over there. But coaching matters. It makes a difference. Development matters. And right now, I think we got a lot of young talent that can prove something. And we're going to be in that positive in the in our money column coming up soon in just a year or two. To be able to bring in a lot of, already well-known and well-placed players to help build this team up. And I think after this season, people are going to look at the Saints differently again. They're going to look at how we see them.
Normal God says, I can see a solid normal God season, 6 to 7 wins. Probably be better than last year. They only won 5. So.
Yeah, you're right.
That's an improvement, baby. That's an improvement.
But anyway, guys, we'll go ahead. We'll make this a shorter one today. We got on a little late. If y'all didn't check out earlier, we did our power rankings. If y'all want to go check that out, I think that's posted on all of our channels, I believe. So if y'all want to go drop back and watch it, it's a little 2-hour. You can watch me and Dolph and Lawrence rant and fight with each other over power rankings. It was great.
And you got to go to the top 5 because somebody lost their mind in the top 5, man.
Ain't nothing new,
I love you. I love you, my brother. I love you, Lawrence. I love you.
But the game plan for this channel, man, I'm gonna try to do as many Saints games as I can live. Unless I'm out of town, I will be doing live games here, live coverage of every Saints game that I'm available for. I'll likely be doing all Thursday and Monday night games as well. And then once or twice a week, we'll do some different shows like this, some podcast talk. We'll bring in some different guests and different things like that, talk about everything that's going on throughout the season. You can also check out my Twitter account or x.com/RFS Saints. You can find it there. I've been tweeting updates when I go to practices, which I'll be back at Tuesday, giving updates on things that I see and things that happen throughout those times. So make sure y'all go check that out as well. This is going to be really fun. I can't wait to start this. I'm glad we finally got to starting this channel. We'll also have some some regular long form videos as well, doing some reactions to some of the greatest Saints moments coming up in just a bit, and maybe even some edited content of some highlights throughout the season. I'm gonna try to do it big on this channel, just how we did on RFS, do it our way. And then, of course, I got a solid group of guys to help back me up, man. I appreciate everybody for coming in, Sports Network and everybody else, all the other channels that we work closely with throughout the last couple of years, man. So much love to you guys. I appreciate y'all for being here. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we will catch y'all on the next one.
Man, turn that beat up. Let me
turn it up.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, yeah.
There we go. All right. Cheers, guys.